What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to install a stratified flash tune. I got the E30 loud crackles version because I already have a JST custom tune, and that's a tune that I run normally, and then I'm getting this stratified tune with the crackles just to flash on every now and then just to have the crackles. But this is not a custom tune, it's just the off-the-shelf flash tune. All you got to do is flash it on, so I'm going to show you how to do that and then show you the crackles just because that's the only reason I got it. I'm not going to be doing like a comparison on the power or anything like that because it's obviously not going to be as good as my JST tune. That's a custom tune with data revisions, but if you are interested in that, I do have a video on that. If you scroll a few videos back, I have a video on that whole process. So let's go ahead and get started with what it looks like when you're actually buying the tune, and then from that point on to get the tune onto your car with the crackles or whatever options you choose. So here is what the tuning form looks like before you buy it with all of these options. So you can see if you have meth injection or any other fuel stuff there, which I don't. And for the fuel, I'm just gonna get only E30. I don't need 91 and E30 because that is a lot more money. I'm just going to do E30 because I always run my car in E30 with my JST performance tune, which I'll run that tune most of the time, and then I'm just going to run this one as a secondary tune for the crackles. So I'm not going to pay extra money. All I'm doing this is like for the crackles every now and then just for fun. So I don't want to have to switch fuel types for that. So I'm just going to get just E30. Don't need the high torque one. I have the JST tune, which is technically high torque. It's a better tune because it's a custom tune. I could have gotten a stratified custom tune, but I just decided to go JST. But this one is just a quick flash tune. I got the low boost eco slot because it was free, so why not? Might as well just get that. And I didn't do any of that stuff. Here are the crackles. I got progressive and loud. I'm pretty sure the progressive just makes them easier to control and isn't just like a loud bang every time. It kind of goes like quiet up to loud. You can kind of control it with like the pedal, I'm pretty sure, is kind of how I've had that been explained to me. And then loud is just loud. If I'm going to get them, I would rather them just be loud because I can turn it off. The stratified traction control, I thought I would try that out because I've tried the Cobb one and then the factory one, and the factory one's not that great and Cobb was a little better, so I'm kind of curious to see what this is like. So I'll probably make a video on this. So I'm going to get that, just have it off by default though, because sometimes it's fun to spin and just kind of figure out how to modulate the throttle yourself. So that's that. I'm going to leave that on there. Throttle calibration, I have that as linear. That's just the default. And then I don't need the tune refined. So if I add this tune to my cart, well, I don't know what that means. So we're just going to go back. I'm pretty sure, let's see what the total adds up. So it's $75. E30, that makes it 100. So I think it's 120, 130. So with these add-ons, it'll be $130 for just a quick flash tune. And then if you go all the way down here, it tells you all about the tune and all that. But what they'll do is they'll send you a list. You fill out the mods you have on your car, and then they'll send you a tune for that list, and then that'll be your tune, and then you just flash it on, and that's it. You don't have to get any revisions or anything like that. So this one's a lot easier than the JST one because they don't perfect your tune. They just give you a conservative enough tune that it won't harm your car, and then that's just the tune you get. They don't try to kind of maximize the potential of your car. You just get a little bit of a tune up to get more power and the crackles for me. So that's that. I'm just going to order that, and then I'll get back to you whenever I get the tuning sheet, and I'll show you how to fill that out. So here is the tuning sheet where you fill out all this information. So here you put your mod list. So I have all the mods that they will create the tune for. I don't really, it's just, I guess, if you have these certain things, they can kind of change a little bit of stuff with the tune to make it fit your parts better. So that's why I did that. Then you click your fuel configuration. I'm just doing E30. And then there's all these different options you have to disable things and stuff like that, or if you purchased the extra things, which I didn't. And they also have different launch control for different map slots. So I just did 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, just so you can kind of change it with the buttons on the steering wheel. Then they ask for social media, how you found them, all that stuff. Then you do this legal thing right here, and then you just press submit, and that's it. So now I have to wait for 2 to 5 business days to actually get the tune. So I will update you when I get the tune, and I'll show you how to put it on, and then we'll test it out. So I got the email with the tune in it, and they give you a ton of information that is actually really helpful that I knew it, but I didn't really know all of this stuff exactly. Like, it shows you mixing E30. It's all of this information that's actually you probably will need to know once you are tuned. And also, one thing that helped is they taught me about the octane adjustment ratio, which I was curious about that. I just hadn't done any research on it yet. But it pretty much is like a gauge that tells you if you have good gas or not. It's basically like the efficiency of your tune for the gas you have in the tank. So if you have good gas, it'll show the numbers that it shows, which I'm not going to explain it, because if you get this, you'll see it all, because it's not going to be important unless you have the tune. But it pretty much tells you that your car is able to use like 100% of the tune's potential based on the gas you have on there. And if it's not able to use all of the potential, you know that you probably have bad gas and need a little bit more octane, or something like that. So that's also kind of helpful, just a quick thing I learned in there. But we'll skip past all that, and down here we have the tunes somewhere. They're in here. I know they're here. They're just like off to the side, maybe. Yeah, right here. So here are the 3 tunes. These are 3 because I have because I have the crackles. So you see the NEC in this tune stands for no exhaust crackles. The LEC in this tune stands for loud exhaust crackles. And this one says progressive exhaust crackles. So I'm probably going to start with the progressive and then show you the loud. No crackles. I don't even need that tune, because if I'm not going to use crackles, I'll be on my JST tune. For this one, the loud exhaust crackles, I'm not sure. So at first I thought that loud and progressive were combined, and I thought the progressive just kind of made it a little bit more controllable and not just like a loud crackle every single time, but it turns out that they're different. And I've heard the loud crackles get really annoying because as soon as you let off the gas, it's just constant loud crackles. But the progressive is kind of like, it adds burbles, a little bit like medium sound crackles, and then like super loud ones, and you can kind of control it with your like pedal modulation. So I'm probably just going to do that one, because you can still get really loud crackles, it's just not 24/7, which is kind of what I want anyways. So this is going to be the tune I'll be putting on there, because it kind of shows you what all the tune does. I'm not really going to be showing you any numbers or anything like that for the tune, because I'm assuming I'll just feel a little bit, it'll be better than stock, but probably not as good as my JST tune. I don't want to compare it to that because this is a lot cheaper. Stratified does offer custom tunes. I just didn't get that because I already have one. But I'm sure this will be great, so I'm going to go ahead and download these and then show you how to put them on the access port. So I'm just going to put all 3 of them on there just to have them on the access port. And you can see they are all downloaded there at the bottom. So now go into your access port manager here and wait for it to connect. That's data logs. You don't want to be on that. There we go. So you'll go to maps on your access port manager, and I believe here, so import files. So we'll just wait for that to load. You can go to downloads, and you will select, let's see, can I do this with one hand? These 3. So those are my JST tunes that I've already done, and here are the 3 stratified tunes. So I'm just going to open those and copy them to the access port, and you can see there is all 3 of the tunes. Now they're on my access port, and when you do this, make sure that your access port is updated and everything. I already know mine is, so I'm not going to go through that. And so now you have that. So now just do eject AP. Make sure that you do that, otherwise it'll kind of damage, it can slowly damage the parts inside. And that's that. So now you have your access port and it has the tunes on it. So now we're gonna go plug it into the car and flash the tune on. So get your access port plugged in and turn the car on accessory mode, just like that. And it's going to beep at you and be annoying. So now go to access port, go down here to tune and change ECU map. And then we will see all of the maps here. So here are my tunes. I don't know why that one's on there. I don't know, can I delete one? No, don't want to do that. Okay, so it would load. So that's like one of my like previous versions, and that's my final JST tune, is the tune 5. And here we can see all 3 of the stratified tunes. You can see the LEC, NEC, and PEC, and there's also the STC, which stands for Stratified Traction Control, which I have turned off on default, so I can turn that on if I need to. And then the LIN stands for Linear Throttle, because you can choose aggressive, which it doesn't make the car faster, but it makes it feel faster. I just wanted the linear to keep it smooth. So I'm going to use the PEC Progressive Exhaust Crackles E30 tune. My car is already on E30. If your car's not on E30, make sure that you learn about that and figure that all out beforehand. It's not too hard. They explain it all in the email. So I do that. Don't need a charger. I have a brand new battery in this car. So now we just wait while it does its thing. And I'll kind of wait and show you what it looks like whenever it kind of starts going. So you can see the car was making noises. You'll hear like clicking in the engine bay, just weird stuff like that. That's normal. And you see the tune is loading on. And once that's done, I guess I'll just wait and show you. It's going pretty fast. We will do that. The car kind of turns itself off, as you can see. And then you'll turn it back into accessory mode. We'll see. So you can see, and my air conditioning resets every time. I don't really know why it does that. It just kind of like reflashes stuff. You can hear all those noises in the background. You can see change map successful. So now turn your car off and let it sit like this for at least 15 seconds as the access port tells you. And then we will go ahead and start it up, and you'll have the tune on. So now I'm good to start the car up. You can see it did take a little longer. It's always done that for me on the very first like startup when I flash on a new tune. I'm not sure why it does that. Maybe it just like doesn't have, I don't really know why I would do that. But now I'll go to tune and show current map just to double check, and you can see Stratified E30 PEC Progressive Exhaust Crackles just like that. So now I'm going to go to my gauges. Here are the gauges I monitor once it loads. So these are all the gauges I monitor. I'm not sure why the octane adjust ratio is like that. That's been at 1. I don't know. I did just fill up. It might just be because maybe when I start driving that'll change, but that's usually at 1 or -1. It should stay in between -1 and 0. If it gets closer to 1, that means you have bad gas. And I don't know why, because previously on this tank it was at 1. It might just, I think it just might be the tune, the new tune. But I'm just going to let the car warm up because I don't want to start doing crackles and stuff before the car is warmed up. So you shouldn't get into boost until you're around 170 degrees for your oil temperature. I usually wait till it gets about like 90 to 100 to start driving unless it's really cold outside, because the most damage to your engine will be when it's starting up and idling because the oil is cold, and you don't want to just let it slowly go up, because when you drive, you don't want to drive at like 70 degrees, but you kind of want to get it up to 90 or 100, and then it'll warm up faster and you're all good to go. But don't get into boost and do like full throttle pulls until you're at like 170. just so you know that. I will do a video on all of these things to monitor, because I think that's an important thing to know, and I'll kind of encompass it all in one video and kind of give you some other options for that. So I will do that soon, not sure when, but that will be a future video idea. So that's pretty much it. Next video you see, I will be on the tune and show you the crackles.